So you're thinking about relaxing your hair. You've been wearing your hair natural for a while, maybe, maybe under a year, maybe several years. Maybe you're feeling a little frustrated with how it's going. Hear me out. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Give me 3 months. The guide can help you. It can help you. I'm really proud of this guide that I put together, and I feel like it's for everyone. So it's for the person who is a new natural. It's for someone who's been natural for a while, and they need to maybe revamp what it is they've been doing. And it's for people who want to learn. Maybe they want to learn working with curly and Afro-textured hair, and so you have to handle the hair a little bit differently, right? It's really about making sure that you get like a really good thorough wash. And so that is the basis of this guide. It's very thorough. The feedback I've gotten within the last week has been all positive, so I'm really happy about that. At first it was supposed to be like a very quick like checklist, but then I kept adding to it. I just kept adding and adding and adding and adding and adding and adding. And then it turned into like a much bigger guide. So it's like a 38-page guide, and it's broken up into different parts. And I've been thinking about doing this for a while, so I'm glad that I finally was able to do it and put it out there, because people are sort of like watching their spending habits, or maybe they're just spending their money on maybe different things. Maybe people are beginning to do different things at home. There's always going to be people who come in to see their stylist, but there are some people who will cut back here and there. So I feel like this guide is going to be like a really good tool for them. And so this may sound like, oh my god, like who does not know how to wash their hair? But trust me, a lot of people do not know how to wash their hair. And I know this because I've had clients come in, and new clients come in for, let's just say, and not for a wash, because you can't really, I'm not saying you can't judge them for that, but they're coming in to get their hair washed, so it's going to be dirty. But if someone has booked, say, like an extension service, and they've already come and washed, and then I'm just going to stretch it out and get to work, once I get to like, doing the parts, I'm in there, and I can smell that maybe it wasn't washed properly. I can see that there's still buildup in there. I can see that there's residue from their wash day. Clearly something went wrong in the wash day process. And I think people just assume that if you splash some water on your hair and throw some shampoo on and kind of go like this and see the suds, that means all is well. That is not true. So the guide actually gives you step by step on how to wash your hair, and then there's an important step that you do before you wash your hair that just will have you being super successful for your wash day. And so it's a step that's oftentimes missed, but once you do that and then start with your wash, you're gonna have fabulous hair for whatever look it is you're trying to do. Because the thing is, if you do not get your hair scalp cleansed well, the other steps, I don't want to say the other steps don't matter, but like you will have less success with the following steps. Like your conditioner is sort of just going to sit there like on the hair. Maybe it won't do as much as it should be doing. Your stylers are not going to work, and so that's when you get a lot of people saying, oh, products don't work, nothing works for me. Is it that nothing works for you, or is it that you have buildup on your hair and scalp and the products can't get to do what they should be doing? That type of thing. Do you need a detox? That kind of thing, right? So the guide goes into depth with regard to how to cleanse the hair, moving along to like the conditioning part of it. We get into like whether you should do treatments. Sometimes you're just doing a regular conditioner, and that's fine. Sometimes you want something a little bit more moisturizing, a little bit heavier, so that's when you get into like your hair masks, your deep conditioners. If you want to take it another step further, you can get into your protein versus moisture treatments. Sometimes it can be hard to sort of figure out which one you may need or want. but I get into detail with that too, so you can sort of figure out like what will make the most sense. A lot of the time people are doing a lot of protein treatments when they really shouldn't, and so you're hearing a lot of, you need a protein treatment, you need a protein treatment, you need a protein treatment, but it's like, you probably don't need a protein treatment. You probably need to clarify your hair extremely well, put moisture back into it, and like it's easy for me to say this because obviously like I'm experienced and this is my arena, but for the most part, like maintaining your hair should be pretty simple, but only after you know what to do, right? And so the guide does a really good job of explaining like the different things in a sensible way. It's not complicated. It actually sounds as though I'm speaking to you, so like that's how it reads. And so we talk about cleansing, conditioning. I throw in some extra things, right? So I throw in some stuff about like porosity, elasticity, the relationship between all of that, and like the protein versus moisture treatments. We get into like the different stylers. What is a styler? A styler is a product that will help you execute your style, so it's in the name, right? And so there's different, like there's many stylers that we could be using. Maybe use like this styler to do twists, maybe use this other styler to do your wash and go, maybe use a combination of both to do this other thing, right? And also you're encouraged to like have fun with your hair and try out different stylers for different looks. There's no like one size fits all, and the guide has a very like relaxed tone. So although like I'm telling you what to do, it's all very suggestive. Should you follow steps? Yes. But with regard to where you can like have fun with your hair, that comes that's where we get into like the stylers and all of that. And then there's some bonus things in there that I threw into where I have some suggestions with regard to how you can maintain your hair while working out, because a lot of people are working out, which is great. But also there's some frustration there too, because like you're sweating, you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna sweat on my look, like what do I do? Right? So it's like there are some really good suggestions in there with regard to still keeping your look, still exercising. I don't believe you should like stop fitness to keep your look. That's ridiculous. And then there's some bonus guides in there too. So, and I want to call these like the foundation style. So like we have like a bonus guide for 2-strand twists, 2-strand twist out, which is just the releasing of the twists. And then we also get into the wash and go. I feel like once you sort of master those 3 styles, you should be good to go and feeling like a little bit more confident with regard to your natural hair journey. And then from there, you can obviously like build and add on, right? You can get into like more creative styling once you've sort of like mastered those things. And the guide is really good at explaining like how to do everything at each step. So that's about it. I can't give it all away, obviously. I need you to get the guide. So that's it. One client who purchased it, she's like, oh, it looks like you've given away your industry secrets. And I'm like, I don't know if I've given away industry secrets. I feel like everyone should know how to do their hair really well at home. And I'm not saying like this guide replaces your hairstylist. This guide is more for you to feel empowered at home on wash day. And so you can feel confident in knowing what to do with your hair. And even while you're at the store, like you'll feel more confident knowing what to buy. And so the guide focuses on technique, not so much product. And so you're going to notice that I don't mention any brands in the guide. So if you're looking for some sort of like cheat sheet, there isn't one. This guide is about technique, because I believe that great hair should be accessible for everyone. And so once you have your technique down, you can get very similar results with different brands. And so you should be able to buy products that fall within your budget. You should be able to purchase the best products that you can afford and still achieve like really great hair. I do believe that, and I know it's possible because I've done it. So that's about it. I don't think I'm missing anything, and if I am, I will surely do another video. But that's it for now. But yes, if you are a natural and contemplating getting a relaxer, just try these methods out. Just try these methods out for, just give me 3 months. Give yourself 3 months. Sometimes, you know, things just don't go well because we just don't have the knowledge. And once you have the knowledge, that sort of changes everything for you. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah, good luck. And if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. The guide is for sale on my website at hairbyglenn.com. There should be I'll have a link below somewhere. Also, it's in my bio, depending on what platform you're seeing this on. Yeah, it's going to be one of the first things you see once you get onto the website. So that's that. And have a good one. Until next time, see ya. And this is just a quick afterthought, but I don't want anyone eating me up in no kind of comments. So if you want to relax your hair, you do that. I'm not trying to police anyone with regard to their hair, solely offering some suggestions before you do that. And if you're already done all of the things and want to relax your hair, you're free to do whatever it is you want. But this is for the person who is really thinking about relaxing their hair out of frustration of not knowing what it is, how to do things with their hair. That's what this message was really about. So don't come for me in no comments. All right.